Hi, it's Andy here from The Kendo Show. We've got a fantastic video today that many of you have been requesting. We're talking about the stamping footwork in Kendo, or Fumikomi Ashi. This is an essential part of the Kendo footwork, but for beginners, it's very hard to get to grips with. So whether you're just starting out, or whether you're an instructor looking for new ways to give tips and advice to your beginners, this will hopefully prove useful. Before we get started, I'd like to remind you to do all of your Kendo shopping over at KendoBorguJapan.com or at KendoStar.com. Both of these sites are operated by myself with the aim of delivering top quality Kendo equipment around the world. We've got a fantastic reputation, not only for top quality products, but for unbeatable service. And all orders have free international shipping. So get over to KendoBorguJapan.com or KendoStar.com for your shopping needs. So with all that being said, let's get right into the video. So let's look at some ways of how you can improve your Fumikomi. First, we'll start with a very basic exercise using our feet for footwork, okay? We're not going to swing the shinai. Instead, we're going to stand with our feet in a kamae posture, so they should be as they would be if we were in chudan no kamae, except what we will do is we'll take the shinai and place it behind our back, like this. And all we're going to practice is softly stepping forward like this. Like this, okay? And the other way. And we're going to think about pushing with the left leg and landing on the right foot. And then drawing up the left leg behind it. You'll notice I'm not trying to make a loud bang or boom on the floor right now. The important thing is the mechanics of the movement itself. And once we get used to this, we can start to make the steps a little bit longer. Like this. And the power that makes the loud noise will come with time. But this isn't the purpose of doing Fumikomi. It's okay, even if you don't make a loud noise. Like this. When doing this exercise, there's a few things that you must avoid and some common mistakes. First of all, you mustn't bring up your knee like this. Like this, okay? You must try and keep your knee going forward and not up, okay? Your knee, try not to expose myself too much, but shouldn't come up like this, but should go forward, like this. Just forwards, okay? Secondly, you should try and keep your toes towards the floor without lifting them like this. So not like this, not like this, okay? Try to keep your toes down. Like this, okay? And lastly, try not to stamp really hard on the floor. As I said before, it's not about making a loud bang or a boom. That isn't why we do Fumikomi. We do Fumikomi to help us get the speed and the explosiveness in our cuts in order to move away quickly. The sound, the loud bang, will come later with practice. You don't need to try and make that. So try not to think about stamping on the floor like this, okay? It doesn't matter, even if it's just a small, like this, it doesn't have to make the large noise, okay? Later with time, then you'll be able to do with more power, okay? But straight away, you don't need to worry about it. The important thing is timing and doing it with the correct form. I hope that helps. So the next exercise we're going to look at is Fumikomi Suburi. This is a type of suburi that we can do to help us learn to get the correct timing with the shinai and the right foot, as well as developing our lower back into the correct position for when we make the stamp itself. All we're going to do is from our chudan no kamae posture is we're going to raise the shinai up, and the action with our arms is the same as a men cut, okay? As if we were doing the normal men suburi, okay? Like this. But with our feet, we're going to lunge forward, leaving the left foot where it is, and we're going to make a long stamp out with our right foot, okay? Like this. Men. Okay? Again, you don't need to think about making the hard stamp on the floor just yet. What's important is that the men cut and the movement of the shinai is in time with the right foot hitting the floor here. Okay? Like this. Men. Like this. Okay? You can do it softly and slowly until you get the timing right. Once you get a little bit more advanced, after the cut, you can bring up the left foot and do another. Like this, okay? Alternatively, you can alternate the feet that make the Fumikomi. So I can do one with the right foot, like this, and one with the left foot, like this, okay? The important thing, again, not making a hard or big, loud noise right now. We want to get the foot and the shinai timed together. When doing the Fumikomi suburi, there's a few mistakes that I want you to look out for and make sure that you're not making. Firstly, and most importantly, is making sure that you use your lower back and your hips as you push yourself forward and you remain in a good posture. Like this, okay? You mustn't let your posture break like this, okay? Or like this, okay? This isn't an effective way of practicing Fumikomi suburi, and it will not help you improve your Fumikomi. Also, don't think, again, too much about stamping really hard, so much that you end up with a different timing to your shinai and your foot. Even if you do it slowly and you do it softly, the important thing is that the foot and the shinai land together at the same time. This is the point that you must focus on in order to be able to do Fumikomi correctly when you put on your bogu and do other aspects of Kendo. So let's look at one more exercise that we can use to improve our Fumikomi. Now, what I've noticed has been a big problem for people all over the world is timing the stamp with the strike of the shinai, getting this to happen at the same time. Lots of us feel like we end up with the foot landing first and then the shinai, or the opposite, the shinai and then the foot. It must happen together. So this exercise is going to help us improve that. All we're going to do, we'll see now we're working with a partner who's wearing the full bogu. Now, you can do this, you don't need a partner to do this, you can do this alone, but it does work better if you've got someone to work with. If you're a Kendo teacher, this is a great opportunity to help your students as well learn how to hit with their Fumikomi at the same time. It's a great exercise to be doing with them. What's important is that we start at a distance from our Chudan no Kamae that we know we can definitely hit with one step, okay? We don't want to be too far away. It doesn't matter if we're really close because we're not working on distance right now. We're working on hitting and stamping at the same time, okay? So, it doesn't matter if we're really close. I don't want to think about improving my distance just yet. We're going to make a count of 1 and of 2. Or you can say it in whatever language you want, okay? Ichi and ni, or whatever language suits you, okay? He's going to open up for men, and I'm going to, on the count of 1, I'm going to say 1, I'm going to raise my shinai and lift my right leg at the same time, like this. 1. And when I say 2, I'm going to launch forward and I'm going to attack men with a stamp. So it's going to go 1 like this, and then 2. 2 like this, okay? Making sure to bring up the left leg. More realistically, we're going to start here. He's going to open for men. We're going to say 1, 2, like this, okay? Important that we stamp and hit at the same time. This is why we're lifting the foot, okay? Make sure not to lift the knee too high, okay? 1, we lift like this, okay? Don't let yourself fall back like this. From here, 1, 2, like this, okay? And you can stop here. You don't have to go past just yet. That will come later. The important point is that this happens at the same time, okay? One more time. 1, 2, like this, okay? And that will help you learn to stamp and hit at the same time. So that was all about the stamping footwork we use in Kendo, Fumikomi Ashi. I hope you found it useful and informative, and please do share it with your friends. Before we go, I'd like to give one more mention to KendoBorgerJapan.com and KendoStar.com. Not only are these the best places on the internet for you to purchase Kendo equipment, but every order on there goes towards funding new episodes of The Kendo Show. Finally, there's a way you can get early access to all of these episodes before their general release, free of charge. There's a special Facebook group called The Kendo Show Early Access. All you have to do is go to the link in the description to request access to the group, and we'll approve you as soon as we can. Once again, thank you very much for watching today, and we'll see you in the next episode.